So today we're going to continue solving equations, and we're going to practice writing the equation and then simplify that. And I think that we will try to do this as much as possible without having to build it, if that's okay with you guys. Is that all right? You're okay with that? Okay. So let's take a look at this one. So just writing what we see, we've got x plus 3 in the positive region minus, in the negative region, x minus 1 is equal to x minus 2 minus x minus 2x. So far, so good? Everybody good with writing the equation? Okay, so here we're just translating what's in the picture to an equation. Then from there, let's simplify as much as we can. So when we flip these up, these are going to have the opposite signs. So this will be x plus 3 minus x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2. And let's simplify this and flip it up at the same time. I think we can do two steps at once there. What's x minus 2x? Yeah, negative x. And I have minus a negative x. What is that? Positive. So let's see what happens. Over on this side, x minus x is no x's. 3 plus 1 is 4. Over here we get 2x minus 2. Yes?
So like when you wrote it down, like just the equation,
Uh-huh.
then like the left, it sounds like the x and the minus 1 is in the negative. Like you don't change the negative to a positive until you.
Not when you write it, because we still are saying, when we put this negative in the parentheses, we're saying, and this is the negative region.
Okay.
And then we're flipping it up later. Okay? It's a good question. I'm going to make a zero pair by adding 2 to both sides. So that gives me, if I have 2 x's, I have 6. So dividing that up into 2 equal parts, x is 3. Everybody good with that? All right, let's try this one. So here I have 2y in the positive region minus, in the negative region, y minus 2 equals negative 2 minus a negative y in the negative region. So we're simply going to flip these up, so that'll be 2y minus y plus 2 is equal to negative 2 plus y. Before I start making zero pairs, I'd like to simplify on both sides as much as possible. So 2y minus y is y. And over here, there's nothing I can do. I'll always move the variable first, so I'm going to make a zero pair by subtracting y from both sides. And notice that makes a zero pair here and a zero pair here. Is 2 equal to negative 2? No, that's not true. So what do we say this has? No solution. Thank you. That's perfect. No solution. It doesn't matter what y is, you're never going to find one that makes those two sides equal to one another. All right. So When he was solving homework last night, Richie came across 3 homework questions that he thinks have no solution. Okay? It says build each equation below. We're going to skip that. And determine if it has a solution for x. If it has a solution, find it. If it does not have a solution, explain why not. So let's write the equation for this. This would be x squared plus 2 minus, what do I have in the negative region? Negative 2x. Be really careful about your signs. Is equal to x minus 2 in the positive region minus, what do I have in the negative region? Minus 1, exactly right. Good. We're simply going to flip the parts in the negative region to the positive region. So x squared plus 2 plus 2x is equal to x minus 2 plus x squared plus 1. Before I start making 0 pairs, is there any simplifying I can do? What can I do? Yeah, the negative 2 plus 1. So I've got x squared plus 2 plus 2x equals x minus 1 plus x squared. So I usually take care of the bigger powers first, right? X squared before I do x. So I'm going to make a 0 pair here. And when I do the same thing over here, that's actually kind of nice. The x squareds both go away. So I've got 2 plus 2x is equal to x minus 1. Now I'd like to make a 0 pair. Which do you think would be easier in the long term? If I subtracted 2x from both sides, or if I subtracted 1x from both sides?
1x.
Yeah, 1x. Why is that, before we go on, why is that going to end up being nicer? Yes?
Well, if you subtract 2x, it'll get rid of the 2x, but it'll also make the x a negative.
Yeah, it'll make that x a negative, and it's easier. All of us, myself included, are better with positive numbers than we are with negative numbers. It's just a fact of life. We're all better with whole numbers than we are with fractions. Doesn't matter how far you go in math, that's probably going to be true. So I like to make it so that I get a positive. So this will be 2 plus x equals negative 1. Then what do I want to do? Joshua, what do I want to do? What do you think? I'm trying to get x all by itself. So what 0 pair do I want to make? Yeah, I want to do minus 2 on both sides so that this is a 0 pair and I get just x is equal to negative 3. So Richie was wrong about this one. This one has a solution. It's that x needs to be negative 3. All right, let's try this one. So, Alexander, tell me how to start writing this.
You can start with the x on the left side. You can put x plus 1 minus a negative 1. Well, you could do minus negative, you could do plus 3 and then minus negative.
Whoa. Hang on. You're trying to do too many things. I'm just trying to write down exactly what's here. So is it minus negative 1 or is it just minus 1?
Minus 1.
There we go. And then minus,
1. I mean, 2.
and are these positives or are these negatives?
They're negatives.
So it's minus negative 2. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Equals. Nyla, tell me how to write the right side, please.
X plus 3
Good.
plus 1
I'm sorry,
plus 1. Or,
but this is in the negative region, so it's minus.
minus x or plus negative x.
So, yeah, y'all are still getting tangled up. So I put the minus sign because of this, and then I just write down what I see. Is this a negative x or a positive x? Right, so I just write down negative x plus 1. Okay? All right, let's see if we can simplify this. On the right side, 1 minus 1 is 0. Minus negative 2 is 2. So this is x plus 2. Equals, over here I'm going to go ahead and flip things from the negative region to the positive region. So minus the negative x becomes plus x, and minus 1. Simplify before doing 0 pairs. Yes?
These don't equal.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Really?
Yes, I can make these two equal one another. Absolutely guarantee you. Sam made a face. It was kind of fun. So at this point, do the 0 pair with the x's first. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. That's a 0 pair, so I have 2 equals x plus 2. Then what? Subtract 2 from both sides. And this is a 0 pair, and so is this. So I have 0 equals x. That is a perfectly good solution. It bothers students. They're like, I don't like it. I don't like that it's x equals 0. But the only way you can make these two sides be equal to is if all the x's were zeros. If they are, then those two sides are equal to one another. So don't let that bother you. 0 is a number. It's a perfectly good number. All right? Let's try this one. All right. Rory, tell me how to write the left side, please.
The left side will be negative x plus 1 minus 4.
Plus 1 minus 4. Yep.
And then minus 5 4 and negative.
Good. Exactly right. Warren, tell me how to do the right side, please.
Negative x
Uh-huh.
minus 2
Good.
minus 4.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, let's see if we can clean this up a little bit. Over here, we're going to have negative x, and 1 minus 4 is what? Anyone? Negative 3. Minus 4 minus 1 is 3 equals negative x. What's negative 2 minus 4? Negative 6. So, yes.
Okay, like for the 4, like it would become you flip it, right?
Right, this would become plus a negative 4.
Oh.
So I've got negative x minus 6 equals negative x minus 6. So let's make yeah, this one's a little different, isn't it? So let's make a 0 pair with the x's. But it makes all the x's drop out, doesn't it? And I get that negative 6 is equal to negative 6. Is negative 6 equal to negative 6? Yes. Right? Negative 6 is equal to negative 6. So it doesn't matter what x is. This is always going to be true. X can be equal to any number. Tomorrow's quiz, probably not, but definitely on the test.
So it's solvable?
It's not solvable, it's equal.
So, yeah, I would say that it's solvable, but it doesn't have just one solution. You could put in any number for x and the two sides are still be equal to one another. Because, look at this. What if I've just removed an x from both, the negative x from both sides? And then let's see, I could remove this and remove this. And I've got negative 3 minus 3. This is negative 6 now. And if I flip these up, I've got negative 2 minus 4. That's negative 6. It doesn't matter what the x is. Both sides are going to be equal to negative 6. All right, any questions about that? So when these two are equal, x can be anything. Go back over to the other side. If these two are not equal, there is no solution. Okay, so if your variables drop out entirely, you either get something that's always true, in which case x can be any number, or something that's never true, which means there's no solution. All right, let's move on. So everybody do this one. See what you think. It's a little bit different. There's more than one correct way to do this one. One thing that you could do is make a 0 pair by subtracting 2 from both sides. If you do that, you get negative x is equal to positive 2. Well, if negative x is equal to positive 2, what's positive x equal to? Negative 2. Now, some students are like, I don't like it when the x is negative. We talked about that. Warren, did you have an idea?
Yeah, but I don't.
All right. So if the opposite of x is 2, what is x? Well, it's got to be negative 2. If you don't like it, think about dividing both sides by negative 1. I'm sorry? Multiplying by negative 1 does exactly the same thing. Yeah, if you have negative x equals 2, if you multiply both sides by negative 1, you get x equals -2. If the negative x gives you grief, let me give you an alternative to this. Make a zero pair out of the x's by adding x to both sides. And you get 2 is equal to 4 plus x. Now the x is positive. Subtract 4, so make a zero pair over here so that we can get rid of that. And we get -2 equals x that way also. Yes, ma'am?
So like if you have a problem like this on like the test or any quiz,
Yeah.
does it matter which one we put?
No. Any of those are perfectly good. All right, let's look at B. Quentin, what should I do first?
You should do the -2. Cancel out the -2 by adding 2.
Wait a minute, do the -2, do what now?
No, add -2. I mean, add 2.
I would say that although it's legal to do that, it's not the best way to do this. What have I been saying the last couple of days? Before you make zero pairs, do what? Simplify.
Okay.
Simplify before you start making zero pairs.
So do 4x plus x.
Yeah, 4x plus x is 5x. And then over here,
2x plus 3x.
yeah, that's going to be 5x plus 8. And then I always make the zero pairs with the x's first. I find that I make far less mistakes if I do that. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. And what happens? I get a zero pair on both sides. So -2 equals 8. Is that true? No, so this has no solution. All right, let's try this one. Cadence, what should I do first?
4y plus 5.
Would give me?
5y.
Yeah, so I've got 5y minus 9 is equal to 6. Alexander, what next?
You can do +9 on this side.
Okay, I could add 9 to both sides, making a zero pair over here, and now I have 5y is equal to 15. And then what? Yes, sir.
You can divide the y by 5 and the 15 by 5.
Yeah, we're dividing this up into groups of 5, and every group has got to have 3 then. Good. All right, one more. For this, we're going to do what we've been doing, flip the negative region up, so it'll be 9 minus 2, and then what? Plus 3y equals 6 plus 2y, and then what? Exactly right, minus 5 minus y. Simplify before you start making zero pairs. So this is going to be 7 plus 3y is equal to 1 plus y. Yes, ma'am.
For the 9, why does it stay as a like negative or like why does it stay as like a minus instead of like outside the parentheses? Yeah.
So I'm not sure what you're asking exactly. Why did the 9 stay 9?
Oh no, why did the like subtraction say
Because we're taking this positive 2 and flipping it up into the, so it's a positive 2 in the negative region. So when we flip it over, it becomes a negative 2 in the positive region. That makes sense? All right. So I'm going to make 0 pairs by subtracting 1y from both sides. So that I've got a 0 pair over here. So that's 7 plus 2y equals 1. Make a 0 pair with the 7s. And I get 2y is negative 6. Divide those into groups of 2, and I have y equals negative 3.
and you can put 3 equals negative 1, right?
Oh, in the end, you want to have positive y. You don't want to have negative y equals something. You have to have what does y equal to. Okay? Any other questions? All right.